Hi everyone, Nicole Bowman here, and welcome to Live the Light. If you are brand new to the channel, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And for all of my returning listeners and subscribers, thank you for the support. If you are new to the channel and you've been trying to search Live the Light on YouTube, just put hashtag Live the Light and the channel will come right up. The reason I say this is because one of my listeners reached out to me and mentioned that when they're trying to search the channel and they put Live the Light in the search engine, for some reason the channel doesn't come up. And I do have it tagged in my bio, so it should be coming up, but for whatever reason it's not. So if you are trying to search for a particular video, just put hashtag Live the Light, hashtag Nicole Bowman, or hashtag Nicole Intuitive, and I should come right up. And also, if you don't want to do that and you want to have easy access to the channel, just subscribe to the channel and click the little bell, the notification button, and you will be notified each time I create a new video. So today, this is going to be a quick audio video that is more a piece of advice and spiritual guidance for clients who are looking to get magical work done, whether it be by me or another practitioner. And I'm led to talk about this because there's something that I've noticed in a lot of our spiritual and magical communities regarding spiritual work and some common misconceptions about it. Over the years, I've come across multiple clients and potential clients who will go from worker to worker to get magical work on the same issue or the same problem, for example. So maybe the problem is love and they're trying to draw a partner in, or maybe they need protection work, or maybe they need healing or something of that nature. And they may go to multiple workers, multiple healers, multiple psychics to get readings or spiritual work or things of that nature done on the particular issue. And there seems to be a misconception that the more workers you go to, the more people you have working on your issue or your problem, the faster you're going to solve it. And that's actually completely incorrect. It's false. It actually delays the process of things coming to you. And I wanted to say that because in the spirit world, the spirits often work in teams, right? So when we petition them, when we pray, when we sit down and say this is what the client needs, spirit hears us and they get into gear and they get into movement to get things done. But if you're going to multiple practitioners for the same issue or problem, the challenge there is that every practitioner is a little bit different. Every practitioner has different spirits that they work with, pay homage to, or listen to, or beholden to, right? And sometimes if you go to one practitioner, their practice might be in conflict with the other practitioner that you're going to. And so what ends up happening is they're both petitioning for the same goal or the same issue for you. But because they're doing it at the same time, it's almost like the pipelines get jammed up and it delays the process of you actually getting the results that you say that you want. So, this is really a lesson for clients in learning how to trust God, trust Great Spirit, trust the process, and not be so impatient to get to your goal. Because over the years, I've seen a lot of clients and potential clients try to do this and think they're backing up the work and they're finessing it and they're making it happen faster, when in actuality, they're actually creating more problems for themselves. And sometimes the work is canceling itself out because the client doesn't have the faith, they won't receive it. And then also, you have multiple spirits and multiple spiritual workers working on this at the same time, and the pipelines get jammed up. So, the biggest piece of advice I can give you if you're wanting spiritual work done is to find one spiritual worker who you trust, who comes highly recommended, and let them do that work for you. Let that work take root, and understand you need to give yourself, I would say, about a good 30 days before you go to another practitioner if you're not pleased with the results that you've gotten. And that is simply because sometimes work takes time to settle, it takes time to settle in, and especially if that work is connected with other people, it's going to take time to open people's hearts and minds to a situation. It's not always going to be an overnight situation. And I think that that's a common misconception. Sometimes in magical work and even in psychic readings, because of the way things are marketed and advertised, people kind of think it's like ordering something off a fast food menu or going into the grocery store and picking something off the shelf and putting it in a cart. But life does not work that way, especially when you're dealing with other people. It takes time for people's minds and hearts to be open. It takes time for things to move and to let go of what no longer serves us. It takes time for us to receive what is for us sometimes because we don't believe we deserve it in some cases. So, the biggest piece of advice I would give is don't be impatient. What is for you will be for you. And if you go to a spiritual worker, a psychic, a medium, a healer, you have to trust that the work is working in the right space and time sequence. And also, the final thing I will say is be clear about who you're going to in terms of getting work done. Myself, for example, I do spiritual work for protection, self love, and healing. I am not, though, a spiritual worker who does domination work, for example. And there are some people who will come to me that say they want protection or love or healing, but what they really want is to dominate another human being and bend that person to their will. Now, that for me personally is not work that I do. Do I know how to do that work? Yes, I know how to do it, but it personally for me and morally for me, that is not work that I choose to do. There are workers that do choose to do that. So you have to be very clear about what your goals are as well. And also, with that being said, even if we're dealing with domination work, if we're dealing with heavier things, if we're dealing with darker things, things that deal with other people and their will, understand that at the end of the day, everyone's soul is their soul. And what I mean by that is if you are wanting to connect with somebody and have a life with them or have an experience with them that is incompatible with their soul and that is incompatible with their spirit, understand that no matter what type of magic you do, there will come a day where their soul rebels against that if it is not for their best and highest good. And so I would say there are a lot of people out here who could save themselves a lot of trouble if they would just trust that is what is for you will be for you. You can't make anybody stay with you if at the end of the day their soul, their spirit, and the spirits around them don't want that. It's going to be a constant tug of war. I've seen it many, many times. I've seen people spend a lot of money on spiritual work, on readings, on things of that nature to keep a person, to keep their foot on a person's neck and keep that person bound to them. And it works for a while, but you have to keep reapplying it. And you really have to ask yourself, do you want to live life that way? Do you want to live life where you have to finesse, control, and dominate another person in order to keep them with you? Right? I think that's another question for another day. And once again, I am not the morality police, so if that's the type of work that you feel you need to do, go ahead and do that. But understand that there are consequences, both positive and negative, for every work we put out there. But with that being said, I just want to say it is really important to have faith. Have faith in God, have faith in the divine, have faith in the spirits that guide you and lead you, have faith in the practitioner that is working for you because you chose them. Something about them drew you to them, right? So you have to trust. A lot of times clients get in their own way by meddling in things that they don't understand, and if you allow somebody to do work for you, unless that psychic or medium explicitly says, okay, and this is a candle you're going to do, in tandem with me, or this is a bath you're going to take in tandem with the work, unless they explicitly give you those instructions, just let it lay. Let it lay, let the work take root, let it grow, let it evolve, and see how it unfolds. And always pray that what happens happens for your best and highest good, because sometimes we think we know the way, we think we know the path, we think we are clear on what is best for us, but sometimes God, sometimes the universe has an even bigger plan for us, has something even better. So always pray for what is your best and highest, okay? So I will leave you with that. I am wishing you a wonderful week and a wonderful month, and do check back. Appointment readings are back. Go to nicolebowman.biz. My schedule does change weekly, but if you go to nicolebowman.biz, you will see my schedule week by week, and you can connect with me for readings and more. Always remember, as I said, to live your light, live your bliss, love yourself. Take care, guys.